welcome to this week's episode of Happily Overcaffeinated, your weekly wedding video series where we get stupid high on coffee and talk about weddings. I am your host, Pavel Stehlik, co-founder of FotoBoho, and I'm here today with friend, neighbor, confidant, Rob from Uncommon Finds. He finds things uncommonly. And we're going to be discussing the beauty of professional, nicely well done, well-rounded scents, and maybe scentifying your wedding. Let's do this. So we just barely got into this, smelling 3 scents, and I'm obsessed, and I keep going back to them. How do you handle this? How did you get into this? This is such a unique profession. It's an uncommon profession, one might say.
True.
How did you become the nose of Tampa?
So this started as a hobby for me, traveling. So over 10 years ago, artisanal, well, what is now called artisanal, but formerly called niche fragrances were starting to become more well known in the U.S.
Right.
Been around Europe for quite some time. And these are quite different from your commercial lines. The scents are different. The way they're made is a bit different, and it's more of an art, a liquid art, as opposed to
Liquid art.
all about a brand.
I like that.
So I just started collecting, and when I traveled, read about different brands coming out, I would find them, and just started building my personal collection. And then one day,
I just imagine you with like the world's largest bathroom vanity area that's just like loaded.
well, it's probably not the world's largest, but I do have probably 30 or more.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
Yeah, so if they're stored properly, and you take care of them, keeping them out of sunlight, away from a lot of humidity, they will last longer. And then I mix them all the time, so I may go off with some for a while and then come back to it later.
You treat this like some people treat their clothing for that day. They're like, I
Right.
want to wear this. You think, I want to spray this.
Right, and sometimes I choose which one I'm going to wear based on what I'm wearing, where I'm going, my mood.
That's awesome.
So, yeah, I probably put more thought into it than most people probably do, but it's an accessory to what you're wearing, and it should complement,
Yeah.
where you're going, what you're doing, your mood, and be individual.
Speaking of selecting them, let me ask you this. You don't have a storefront, right?
Right, at the moment, no.
Okay. So how does one choose?
So since I closed the
Because you can't.
storefront,
Have you invented a scratch and sniffed computer
not yet.
Okay.
I think it'll come one day.
It'll be here.
I
Yeah.
probably won't be the one who invents it, but I think it's coming.
Yeah.
Right now, everything's available online. We're expanding the availability online to include more sampling.
Okay.
So you can purchase samples for an inexpensive price.
Okay.
Try them.
Yeah.
And then if you choose to buy a full-size bottle, then you know what you're getting.
Right.
All without having to go to a store. Well, I also do private consults,
Okay.
sometimes one-on-one, but it could also work as a party. So you get a group of people together. I don't charge to do the consults because to me it's just like if you were coming into a store.
Yeah.
There's no pressure to buy. But if you choose to, you can purchase.
I just imagine that would be a killer addition to like the bachelorette party, like the spa day part of that. Just have you
Exactly.
show up and be like, hey ladies.
So the way it could work is the client chooses what they want. We can discuss it. There's no set thing. If they want to just do one brand to focus on, or if they'd like all of them,
Right.
we could do that. It might be a
lot.
little overwhelming.
Right.
But you could pick 1 or 2 lines, really. Have some champagne or wine and just sit and go through them.
Sit and smell. All right, I have to finish this off with a floral note. Huh? No,
Okay.
I don't know. I just need you to say something with a note. I need to know your professional opinion
Okay.
about the appropriate way to put on perfume. Do you put a little dab? Do you spray, wait, walk? What is the right way of putting perfume on?
So, different ways to do this. Personally, I actually put some in my elbow,
Interesting.
inside of your elbow, or you could do it on your wrist, and on the neck.
Okay.
Idea is to get it near a pulse point because it's generating body heat. So that will help it to emanate and
That's fascinating. I never thought about that being the reason.
there are some people who spray it on the back of their neck. I have not tried this one personally, but I've
Awkward.
read about it in articles about perfume application, and I've had
There are
clients tell me
articles on perfume application.
they also spray the inside of their legs because of the femoral artery.
Are you serious? So just become acquainted where all of your arteries are located and apply generously.
Right. Well, not too
generously.
Not too generously.
I love that you are doing that. I don't think that we have anybody else like you in this area, and so
No, I am the only perfumery in this area.
That's awesome.
Solely focused on fragrance.
Thank you for bringing us deliciousness.
Sure, you're welcome.
That's such a great call him for your wedding.
Yes.
Let him scent you. Become scentified.
So I can be reached via the website uncommon-finds.com.
Said that right
Send me
here.
a message,
Yes.
and we can talk about what you'd like to do
Awesome.
and customize it.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much for
Thank
joining
you.
us today. Yay!
Enjoyed it.
Wait, what? Always question with the Q. Questions help us learn things new. Question marks are very cool, especially when you're in school. Always question with